Hello, I'm Howie Shareff, and welcome to another show from You Call This Yoga, an educational nonprofit organization. Today we'll be exploring Chair Yoga Warrior Series for strength and balance. How does that sound? Let's start by sitting on our chair in such a way that we could sit up and have our hips higher than our knees. That may involve getting a pillow for your bottom or some support for your legs, depending on if you are short-legged or long-legged. Let's establish the spacing of 2 fists apart of our feet and knees, our heels under our knees, and our elbows by our sides with our palms upward, so that we can drop the shoulder blades behind us and lift our chest, allowing the belly to come up when we breathe, and allowing the belly to return back as we exhale. So consider sitting up tall, breathing through your nose, lifting your belly, and then exhale, releasing it downward. Try that a few times. You may have a gentle pelvic rock while this is happening, and that's facilitated by having the hips higher than the knees. Continue. Good. See if you can slow down the inhale and slow down the exhale so that you get a nice full breath in each phase of the cycle. Expanding the ribs to bringing more breath in and releasing the ribs to invite the breath out. Wonderful. Now that we have the breathing established, let's wake up the arms, starting with the hands and wrists. Just hinge the elbows, and on the inhale, just roll the wrists open, and on the exhale, down and close. The receiving and grounding, opening upward, and then settling. Good. We can add on by rolling the fingers as we go, closing the hands, and then opening them. So we'll just curl the fingers closed and then open. So it's like we're gripping slightly and then releasing. Good. One more breath. Good. Finish and shake it out and rest. Make any adjustments that you would need to feel more comfortable. I'd like to emphasize the idea of keeping a straight wrist instead of a hinged wrist. So we'll play with that. I believe when you hinge, the elbow goes out and that causes closing down of the front body. So how will we practice that? Let's just bring the fingertips together, the elbows by our side, and just breathe. And notice if we can keep this positioning of a straight wrist. Then as we inhale, we can expand the space between the hands and keep the elbows down. And exhale, bring it back. You can push your tailbone back behind you and bring your belly up, and that may foster some of the process. Good. Couple more. Finish and rest. We'll add on. Let's inhale open and pause And exhale, just straighten the arms out in a broad V. Finish and bring it back. Inhale, open. Exhale, extend. Finish, reverse and back. Good. See if you can keep your chest up and forward. 2 more. Good. Bring it back, settle, and rest. We'll build a little more opening of the shoulders through a 6-pose flow. Settle as best you can on your chair, forward and back. Loosen up a little bit of the hips. Then let's bring the fingertips together. And on the inhale, we'll melt the hands down the front of the body. Sweep the arms out to the side, turn the palms up, and pause. Then exhale, just bring it back. Good. Let's do that one more time. See if you can rotate the shoulder blades down and back so the palms come up and forward. And then relax the shoulder blades. Good. Continuing, we're going to sweep, turn the palms up and gather the space. And then exhale, we're just going to float it down and return. Repeat, bring it down, out, up, gather. Exhale, float it down, sitting up tall, bring it back and return. Adding on, we're going to melt, sweep, gather, hold, exhale, float it down to about 8 and 4 if you were a clock face. Pause. Inhale, draw the wrists down and back and lift the chest. Let's say the hands are at about 7 and 5 now. Good. Then sweep the arms in front and low, heart level as you exhale. Bring it back and rest. Trying again. Sweep and gather. Exhale, open. Down and back as you inhale with the hands. Exhale, in front, gently together. Good, and return. Adding on, we're going to sweep and gather. We're going to exhale and open. We'll draw the wrists down and back as you inhale. We'll bring the arms together in front, staying tall as you exhale. Now we're going to turn the palms up as you inhale and bring the wrists back to the ribs. Then on the exhale, we're going to sweep the arms up and forward, drawing together the sides of the pinkies, palms, forearms, and elbows, closing and returning. Let's explore that last element. We're out here. We're going to inhale it back and exhale, sweep it up and return. One more. Sweep it back and then exhale it forward and return. Putting all those elements together. Inhale, sweeping down and then around and up. Exhale, floating downward. Inhale, wrists down and back, chest up and forward. Exhale, hands in front, sitting up tall. Inhale, palms up and wrists back to the ribs. Exhale, float the fingers up, pinkies, palms, forearms, elbows, if possible, and back to heart. Good, one more. See if you can keep those inner thighs engaged so you sit up taller. Inhale, sweeping. Exhale, lowering. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, closing. Inhale, opening and bringing back. Exhale, closing. Finish and rest. Wonderful. Shake it out a little bit. Good. Well, that's the upper element. Let's move towards the lower element, known as your hips. I'd like you to sit up tall, check your spacing. Then we're going to turn sideways a little bit. Consider turning to your right. I'm your mirror image, so I'll be going to the left. Use the hands for support on the chair seat or chair arm. Sit up tall. Then drawing the inside leg downward. We're going to lift the outside leg. And just swivel on a hinge here, just similarly to the arms, like little bar doors. We're going to swing it open and close as we breathe. Good. One more here. Settle and rest. Swivel around to the other side. Up tall. Hands for support. Strong front leg. Then just hinge and open. Sitting up tall helps. Hips higher than the knees help. Breathing helps. One more breath here. Good. Settle and rest. Swivel it back. We're doing adaptations of warrior pose, which are going to be a little different than if we were standing. Continuing, let's turn to the right. I'd like you to sit up tall and draw this outside knee downward. The back area can have the foot flat or the toes turned under. So whatever feels comfortable for you. This is why it's important to have the hips high so that the knee can go down. Then I'd like you to just extend the foot back and release it. Pressing back, lifting the spine, releasing it. So we're opening the front area called the hip flexor. Good. Keep breathing, couple more breaths. You may be just pressing the toes downward and lifting, or extending the whole foot back. Good. Finish and rest. Let's go to the other side. Sit up tall. Bring the foot behind you. I like to straighten it out. Holding the chair. Just keep pushing the foot back and forth. Couple more breaths. Sit up tall. Good. Come on back. Swivel it back. Settle and rest. Practice sitting up tall and resetting the position of your legs. Beautiful. We're going to do a little bit more hip warm-up. We're going to sway the body around. Think of this as a churning motion. Of course, you're going to stay on the chair and not do anything silly like falling. So I'd like you to bring your chest and belly forward when you inhale and roll back a little bit as you exhale. Good. A couple more in this direction. Breathing forward, exhaling back. Notice which direction you're swirling. Finish the exhale and then bring it around the other way. Good. Keep lifting the spine, pushing your tailbone back as you go. One more in this direction. Good. Now that we have that sense of mobility in the lower element of our body, we'll develop the poses. Turn to the right, keeping the inside pelvic area on the chair and just a little bit of engagement on the left side. Then let's drop the leg down and sit up tall. Beautiful. We can use one hand or two, but let's start with one. So keep one arm, the inner arm, on the chair arm or seat. What we'll do is we'll inhale and float that outer arm upward, lift the heart, and breathe. See if you can orient the thumb to draw backward, and if you're comfortable, you can raise the other arm and keep breathing. Good. Keep lifting the belly, lifting the chest, pressing the feet downward. One more breath. Beautiful. Lower, stabilize, come on back. Let's see what the other side feels like. Swivel around, square up, leg, safety. When ready, outer arm inhale. Good. If you're safe and secure, second arm. Keep breathing. This is a small back bend. Keep breathing. One more breath. Good. And lower the hands. Come on back. That was your warrior one. Warrior two often is a side lunge, but here it's more a variation of a runner's stretch. We'll see what I mean. Let's turn to the right. Drop that knee. That's the runner's stretch element, but we can draw the foot back. Then I'd like you to square up to the front, hands to heart. Inhale, open like those bar doors, gooseneck, and extend the arms. We're keeping the shoulder blades engaged, and you can turn the palms upward to relax the neck and shoulders. So whatever is comfortable for you. Good. One more breath here. Bring it back. Swivel around. So there's a little bit of a trunk twist here. Square it up. Open. Extend. Breathe and smile. Keep lifting the spine by pressing the feet downward. You're doing wonderfully. 2 more breaths. Play with the palm position. Good. Come on back. Swivel it around. Take a breath as transition. We'll develop warrior 3. Turn to the right. This is also a variation. We're going to practice with the hands drawing downward. I'd like you to keep that front leg strongly rooted downwards. And inhale, see if you can just lift the back foot and breathe. Just keep breathing. Lift the belly, lift the chest. Good. Then we're going to add the arm. See if you can lift the chest, reach, and then if comfortable, lean in towards the chair a tiny bit to avoid falling off the chair. Keep breathing. One more breath. Good. Settle and rest. That could be very engaging in your hamstring behind your thigh. Be mindful if you do get a cramp to take a break. Let's square it up. Inhale, breathe, just lift the back foot. That could be plenty. Keep breathing. Add an arm. Keep breathing. Add 2 arms. Keep breathing. Lean into the chair if necessary. Lean forward. Raise the back heel. Keep breathing. One more breath. Good. Bring it back and settle. What would it be like if we put all of those poses into a continuous movement pattern? We'll have some transitional poses in there that we hadn't touched upon yet, but if we go slowly, I believe you'll be able to incorporate them. Let's go. Let's turn to the right. Draw the leg back, sit up tall. Inhale, come into your warrior one. Arms are wide, chest is up, pressing your tailbone downward onto the chair seat to lift your spine. Beautiful. One more breath. Good. Then lower. Swivel around. Legs first, then torso. When ready, arms, lift the heart. Good. I widen my hands apart so my shoulder blades can draw together. Good. Keep breathing. One more breath. Lower. Come on back. Let's turn to the right for warrior two. Trunk twist a little bit to face front. Hands to heart. Open. Gooseneck. Lift the spine and breathe. Good. How's the palm position? Does that make a difference? Good. Here's those extra poses. The next one is going to be called Dancing Warrior. You'll put your left hand on the chair seat, lean back and lift the right and look up at the right and breathe. Good. Keep breathing, a couple more breaths, looking up at the right hand. One more breath. Good. Then lower that right hand, square up to front, turn the palms up, lift the front of your body and breathe. Good. You're still on the chair seat. Wonderful. That was squat. That was your transition. Then we'll rotate to the left. Get the legs in position. Do your trunk twist. Hands to heart. Inhale, open, and extend. My body's a little tighter on this side. Keep lifting the spine, letting the arms be at heart height. Explore palm up or down. Good. One more breath here. Then back arm down for support. Front arm up. Lean back a bit. Gaze up into the hand. Good. Keep breathing, pressing that front foot downward. One more breath. Sweet. Come on back to center. Develop your squat as a transition. Lovely. Rest for a moment. Then we'll go to warrior three on the right side. Rotate to the right. Lengthen the leg back. Arms for stability. Inhale, lift the back leg, press the front leg downward. Add an arm or two. Press that front foot down. Keep breathing. Lift the back heel. Beautiful. One more breath. Good. Lower and return. Swivel around. Square it up. Hands for stability. Lift the back heel. Front arm. Second arm if possible. Lift the heel. A little lean forward, but the chest is up. Marvelous. One more breath. Good. Come on back. Settle onto the chair. Sit up tall. Beautiful. Well, we've been opening up the front of the body. We'll do just some hinging at the hip socket with the body extended, and we call that flat back. Let's do 4 gentle bows. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bowing forward, keeping the head higher than the heart. Inhale up. Exhale, close. Couple more. Keep drawing the belly back as you exhale. Wonderful. Let's come up tall. Rest the palms upward. And just take a couple more breaths. Thank you for allowing me to be your guide. I look forward to other experiences with you. Visit our website, youcallthisyoga.org, for articles, videos, events, and information. Our YouTube channel, You Call This Yoga, has scores of videos for you to follow. Thank you. Namaste.